This is Sway.
Sway.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Don't shake your fire.
Wake your fuck ass up.
Cross the
Producer. Make me a producer.
It's time for our Friday Fire Cypher.
It's Friday.
On Sway in the Morning.
All right, that was David Sisko. Who are some of those artists that were featured in that mini mix?
It's hard to select, but those four artists in a row that you heard were Sandflower, Wavy Nights, Ninja Sonic doing Ninja fucking Sonic, Prince Terrence, the DJ, and amazing musician doing All Night, and then Sour Life from Crown Heights doing Keep It Burning.
Okay, that was nice. You like that? You like that, HB?
Not bad, right?
Like that? Hey, David, I want to introduce you to a true lyricist right here.
Please.
A true MC.
How you doing? Nice to meet
An MC's MC. You know, legacy is sealed. You know, if you know about that Free Nation, you know the residue they leave, impact they make.
Great intro.
Yes. This ain't for those who pretending to be MCs. This is for those who were born as MCs. The Healing Component is the name of his new project. He's one of those dudes that make your face, you know, he'll make you look young for a long time because you're going to be squitching up your face when you hear his bars. And that's good for exercising your facial muscles.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to do that from time to time. I'm really excited to have him here because listening to his project, I'm always impressed by people who I really, you know, I say this, and it doesn't matter if you're a rapper, singer, musician. You know, I really enjoy Solange Knowles' project.
See that at the table.
Because I can listen to that project and hear the effort that she put into every moment of that project. Even if that moment didn't require heavy lifting, I think she thought about it. You know what I mean? She put her love and care into it. When you listen to this man's project, The Healing Component, as far as MCs go, and musically, I can tell that they really sat down and thought this out. And he probably got a great team around him that said, nah, man, scrap those bars. You got to do something different. Or he either did it to himself. Because from beginning to end, I really enjoyed this project. Welcome to the show, the one and only Mick Jenkins, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, man.
For having me, man. For real.
It's been a long time for you, man.
Yeah.
How long it's been now?
About 5-6 years.
5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's not an overnight success.
At all.
You know, how'd you get started?
I always was writing. You know what I'm saying? I was doing poetry from a young, early age and started rapping in college. It was around the time that Dre Beats headphones came out.
Okay.
And it was like the prize for winning this rap competition. So that was my focus. You know what I'm saying? When I started rapping, getting some headphones.
Yeah.
And it just very, very naturally spiraled into what it is right now. You know, mixtape after mixtape with no response from more than 200 people. It just kept me working more and more till something caught on. Yeah.
More than 200 people.
Did you win the headphones?
Nope.
Come on, man.
Hell no.
What happened? Who beat you?
You know, I be rapping. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? He had more of the crowd on his side,
okay.
so
That lean
Antics.
music.
that's what happened.
Yeah, it had that
Yeah.
lean music.
Lean music.
But it's
You-
crazy how
He had some bars though,
Yeah,
but
bars, okay.
man, I got bars. You
Yeah,
feel me?
right,
So,
right.
but no, he definitely had more of the crowd, and I think that's what ended up doing it.
But besides bars, you obviously have resilience because that didn't phase you losing that. And then you said not getting a response from 200 people you emailed.
No.
sense.
Like I would drop a project
Yeah.
and I get 200 downloads. You know what I'm saying? That's
Oh, okay.
nothing. You know, but it just made me feel like, all right, well, I got to do something better. All right, well, I got to do something better. All right. I ended up having 5 projects before Trees and Truths. You know what I'm saying? So I took them off once Trees and Truths came out, as I noticed that people were really starting to get hip. But yeah, like you said, it was just resilience. It was like, all right, well, back to the drawing board.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
can you give us like a mini tour of your evolution? Like what's the difference from when you first came out with the music between now and this latest chapter in your life?
Well, I really wasn't talking about anything when I first came out. And I mean, I've always been true to who I was, but I was not doing anything either. You know what I'm saying? I was in college fucking around, not really worried about school. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be this guy that I was trying to be. And that's what I was rapping about. You know what I'm saying? Something happened in my life that caused me to really, really look at what the fuck I was doing. and I wasn't doing anything. So I went back home and like tried to get my life together. And that's when the music changed, because like I said, I was always talking about who I was and what I was doing, and I just started getting a lot of realities of the world, in my face all at one time. And I just went through a lot of learning, a lot of lessons, throughout that period of coming home and being like, boom, you're on your own. You're by yourself now. Now what you gonna do? Navigating that world, really, really grinding. Like, I mean, I was trying to hustle money to go out and do whatever I had to do for the day at the beginning of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm saying? Like, I couldn't even move around unless I, made some money first. You feel me? So, ended up getting a job, a pretty decent job,
Oh, where?
copywriting.
Copywriting?
For a marketing firm in the West Loop, of Chicago. That shit was going really well. Got a raise. You know what I'm saying? They was talking about putting me on payroll. It was lit. And I went back to school. Like, not to school, but to the city to fuck with my niggas. Ended up getting arrested and did like 34 days for possession. Lost that job. And then came back to Chicago after that. And it was like, well, I know I could do the corporate thing. Like, let me try the music. You know what I'm saying? And 2.5 years later.
Here we are.
Yeah. So that shit was tough. You know,
Yeah.
it was definitely a road. But like I said, everything kind of progressed really naturally. There wasn't like any like big jumps in between any of these things. You know what I'm saying? It was like lessons learned and abilities cultivated in the meantime. You know, so
that's something that happened. You mentioned earlier. Was it the going to jail that changed your? You said something.
Nah, it was like a breakup. Yeah.
Breakup.
I might have got cheated on. Actually, I didn't have all the evidence, but I had enough evidence. You know what I'm saying? That I was just
hey
like,
man, where there's smoke, bro?
Yeah.
Forest fire.
Like, what kind of evidence you have? Like ass shots or something on the phone or something like that?
Nah, actually, you know what I'm saying? Actually, damn, I hate to say this shit.
A dick pic?
A dick pic,
No.
Okay.
She I was all right. This what happened. I was laying on the bed. She was laying on my chest. Right. She got a phone call, and it said, "Dad." She was like, "Oh, this." You know what I'm saying? I told you I was gonna hop on the phone with my dad. I'm gonna go outside and take this call. She goes outside to take the call. Maybe like a week later, I'm using her phone because my phone is dead. And on some nosy nigga shit, some college nigga shit, I just went through her phone. But I didn't even have to go through her messages or nothing. Like, I just saw this app called Fake a Text. And I used it before.
Yeah,
so I'm hip. I open the app and it's that message. That one, like, okay, Rennie, you could call me now from Dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was just like, well, I just put that shit together. You know what I'm saying? Then in the midst of putting that shit together, I peeped a lot of lies and shit. So who knows what happened? But I wasn't comfortable with it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, there'd be no need to lie if you know what I'm saying, if it was all kosher. So I just got out of there. Like I said, that shit hurt. And then it was just like, what am I doing down here anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck am I doing?
See, that makes sense, yeah, man, because you got a couple of skits on here like this type love interlude, right? And I was listening to the conversation in this type love. Can you love somebody? Is love the same for everybody?
Yeah.
You guys go into this kind of conversation. And I was thinking, as hardcore of a rapper this dude is, he got a real soft, sensitive side about him too, it seemed like.
You know what? I think what those words mean to people says a lot. I don't think it's very soft or sensitive. I mean, for what those words mean to people, it is. But for me, it's just like, this is reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not dealing with this, if you're not addressing this in yourself, like, you got problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not talking about this stuff, if you don't understand these things within yourself, then you have problems. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing soft. It's actually hard for men to be this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're actually not wired to want to delve into these things and understand these things with great understanding. You know what I'm saying? It's actually harder for us. I don't really feel like. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that. And that's something about that interlude that I wanted to be understood, that I know that's not going to be readily understood, is that I felt free to be wrong. You understand what I'm saying? I started with a no and ended up changing my answer at the end of the 3 minutes to a yes. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a big problem when you're talking about stuff like this, is that people jump on you as soon as your opinion is different, and don't allow the space for you to like talk through something and change your mind. You understand what I'm saying? That's something that I wanted to be noticed too. But you know, more so than anything, is just have that conversation. What that's you know, I never thought about that before. She asked, that was a rare, raw conversation between me and my sister, and I never thought about that like that before.
So that none of that was scripted. That was just
No.
off from. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Conceptually, that's like this. The album got so many threads. You know, the way it moves and the sequence I thought was really well done. And I'm glad you're explaining this to me because we do this thing where we break down the lyrics.
Yeah.
And you got a song called "Spread Love," and one of the verses in this song, I want to break down the lyrics.
Let's do it.
Mick Jenkins.
I don't get it.
What exactly don't you get?
Breaking down the lyrics you may not understand.
What the hell did you just say?
It's the Lyrical Breakdown
I can break it down like whatever you want.
on Sway in the Morning.
All right. We're gonna break down the lyrics to the healing component. All right.
Right.
All right. Cool. But I want to start with the second verse. All right. I'm not gonna rap it as well as you do. Although if I put my mind to it, Mick,
You probably could.
Do whatever
my
you
man
want.
Mick
Probably
understands
find
me
the flow.
well. You know,
Feel
them
me?
in a round of applause. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that dude knows me. He knows me, Heather.
What's happening?
That's crazy.
Second verse. I'm not always talking marijuana when I'm referencing these trees.
Mm-hmm.
But what are you talking about? If that's not always marijuana.
I think that I interchange it with a lot of different meanings that are very similar. But I talk about the roots
Okay.
being like the roots of situations being what they are, the tree being like the thing that you see, the leaves and the fruit being what we produce. You know what I'm saying? So I could be a tree. You know what I'm saying? And where my roots are, you know, what has caused me to arrive at my understanding of the world today. You know what I'm saying? And then the leaves and the fruit are the things that I produce because of that understanding. I think a system can be a tree. You understand what I'm saying? Like with the same things applied. And often we see the tree. A lot of times we don't see the tree. Most of us see the leaves. You know what I'm saying? Like, and very, very rarely the roots of the situation. So that's something that all of the metaphors that I put together from trees and truths, waters, you know, say spread love, they're things that remain true even if it's not swallowed up by that concept. So it's not going to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like that idea has been there since Trees and Truths, and it's something that I can still put in, you know, the healing component and not, you know, be mixing up the metaphors or anything. Like they just kind of remain. So
Okay. Always talking water, but that's just the truth. You got to read between the lines.
yeah, water is synonymous with truth. And
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's pretty straightforward.
Okay. And got you sniffing coke up off $100 bills. We sipped the lean, we popped the pills. Pills.
Yeah.
You want to get into that a little bit? Or
I
is
mean,
that-
that's just, you know, what we do, drugs. You know what I'm saying? All these things that we do, and it's.
You
and
do, you do drugs?
I smoke weed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I've never done any other hard drugs. I've done shrooms.
Okay. Shrooms. Okay.
I take a half of his hand so I could actually go to sleep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've never done any hard drugs.
Okay.
But we, you know what I'm saying? I say we often whenever I'm talking about, you know, things, especially things that we do as a society, as a youth, as a generation, because I'm a part of it. Whether I'm doing that shit or some other fuck shit, like I'm not free of like that finger. You know what I'm saying? So
okay. With everything that's supposed to be bad, gotta be such a thrill. Why is praising mediocrity such a skill? It bothers me.
Me too.
Get into that real quick.
why is praising mediocrity such a skill? It bothers me when rich niggas with minds below poverty lines get to play like they Socrates. That's the line. And I think it's a lot of mediocre shit. You know what I'm saying? And we be talking about it like it's not just okay. Like it's the newest, most riveting thing. You got to be talented to do that. You got to be talented to consistently, like, find new ways to praise bullshit.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like it's something new. You know what I'm saying? Praise it for what it is. But we be really praising a lot of stuff like it's something brand new. Across the board, that's not attack at the blogs or any. That's people.
Right.
that's when we recognize new content. That's just people. You know
That's
what I'm
people in
saying?
general. With these niggas with moms below poverty lines get to play like they Socrates.
Yeah. Yeah.
I play like apostrophes. I feel like I wrote that shit. I felt dope when I said that right there. I play like apostrophes. I mean, I'm over the words unless they verbs. That's when we see curves like sundresses in June.
Right. I'm over the words unless they verbs. It's a reference to action.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, same thing. A lot of people talk about a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And fail to follow through with action. You know, and even for myself, you know what I'm saying? That's something that's for myself. That's something that I've struggled with a lot, is trying to figure out the most effective ways to put my feet on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I think it's very comfortable to be in the position that I'm at and just be talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And I often find myself checking myself to make sure that I'm staying consistent with the ideas that I talk about. You know what I'm saying? I think it's very important, like I showed on This Type Love, to show that like ain't nobody perfect. I don't know it all. I'm not trying to front like I do. You know what I'm saying? But there's still a level of like a path that I have to remain on. You feel me? So definitely that's for myself as well.
Okay. The politicians addressing the youth, talking the loudest and smoking the booth.
Booth. It's just Chicago slang. It's just like trash.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Show me proof. Who puffing the love? Who wrote up the truth? What do you mean by that?
And that's a big part of why I reference that I'm not always talking about marijuana when I'm referencing these trees, because I use a lot of metaphors similar to that, and it's just because of the rate at which I smoke, right, and the rate at which people I know smoke. We smoke so much. Smoke when we first wake up. A lot of niggas I know smoke before they eat, can't eat till they smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very much an addiction, but it's something that my mom used to say. You know what I'm saying? I hope you know your Bible like you know them rap lyrics. You know what I'm saying? I hope your schoolwork is as well as, and it's just like, I hope you are dedicated to something else as much as you're dedicated to smoking. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that is for me. You know what I'm saying? It's something that keeps me like, because that's a reality. You don't got to think about it that seriously. You don't have to. It's just smoking. But I do. I do think about it that seriously sometimes, because it's like, it is. I do that shit every day.
Yeah.
As soon as I wake up,
before you came here this morning?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So I reference things in that way a lot because it's just a reminder, and it is poignant if you really think about it.
Okay, absolutely. See, as well as figuratively, we only smoke gas.
Who wrote up the fruits? another, you know what I'm saying? Just a colloquialism, I guess, for a badly rolled blunt or joint. Yeah. You fooped that. Yeah. You fucked that up.
Nothing wrong with him. Who wrote that shit? Who wrote it, man? No oops, just smoke them out. Brought the water, had these niggas drowning and choking out. Trying to spread the healing component. This love through the culture now, like. Did I say that right? Yeah. Man, let's play the song. Open up the phone lines. 888-742-3345. The healing component. That's the name of the project. If you haven't picked it up, pick it up. Pick it up now. Mick Jenkins, Sway in the Morning. Dave Cisco's here with us too. Sam Flowers here. Shade 45. Shit, this is my artist. This is my weekend artist right here.
Nice.
Mick Jenkins.
Good pick.
Osmond Benjamin and I were talking about Mick. He said, Osmond was like, that's my favorite project right now, man. I got to meet him. Yeah. Another MC. He was just talking about you, man. But you guys got to get this, the healing component. Great for music across the board. Even beyond that, man, just the energy that comes from some of these creations, man, can help shift your day. So the healing component, make sure you pick that up. We're going to go to the phone lines. We got Carlos on the line from Michigan. Los, what up, baby?
Yo, what it do?
What's going on, Sway? What's going on?
What's popping?
Nothing, man. On my way to drill. I'm in the military. I got drill tomorrow, man.
Okay. Say what up to Mick Jenkins, man. Go ahead.
What's going on, fam?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Chilling, man.
Hey, man, I like the lyrical flow, man. It was slow, but hey, like you said, the metaphors and what your understanding is great, man.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, Sway.
Yes.
Hey, I just got one thing for you, man. Like I said, I listen to you every day. My best friend, A1, since day one, since college basketball. He just got full custody of his kid, and he's got this song. Hey, I love it. Check him out on SoundCloud. It's Thomas Boy, ThomasBoy.
Yo, write that down, DB. All right, hey, have him hit me on social media, Real Sway, okay?
Roger that. Hey, can't get enough. Thomas Boy can't.
All right, we got Mike on the line from Georgia. What up, Mike?
What up, though?
Chillin', man. Say what's up to Mick Jenkins.
What up, Mick Jenkins?
What's
Yo,
good, bro?
I'm feeling the whole vibe, man. I dig that, man. Like,
Thank you, bro.
especially, like, you know what I'm saying, when they was talking about how you use your metaphors, you know what I'm saying, you reference trees a lot, you know what I'm saying, I can relate to that. I just wanted to let you know I fuck with it, man.
For sure. Much love, bro.
All right.
Word.
Okay. We got Deontay from Flint on the line.
Deontay.
Yo.
What up, D?
Hey, what up with it?
What up, man? We got
What's
David
good?
Cisco here. Mick Jenkins is here as well. Go ahead.
Hey, that came out pretty good. You know, it started off like, hey, where's he going with this? And then it started to sound like kind of like Outkast.
For sure.
And then you could tell he had a message.
Appreciate it, man.
You know, I can tell a lot of people can relate to that. That was real catchy. Sound like a lot of people's favorite artists that, you know, people be hoping that don't sell out and change up the style.
For sure. Appreciate that.
You run into that a lot?
That going.
Like people worry that you're going to sell out and change up your style?
Yeah. But I think, you know what I'm saying, what's the point of this language? You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people got different definitions for what selling out is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a good point.
What's yours?
Compromising your own integrity, your own mission, your own reasons for doing things for something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of lower value.
You know, so if you came into the game with intentions and aspiration to be a pop star, when have you ever sold out? If that was your goal, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, it can be applied for a lot of other different things. So I think often you wouldn't even really know if somebody was a sellout until you knew why they do this. You know what I'm saying? So the people just throw that shit around a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Carmen in Connecticut. What up, Carmen?
Hey, Shay, Sway, how are you, my friend?
What's up, buddy? Say hello to Mick Jenkins. Go ahead. And David Cisco.
Mick.
What's good?
Wagwan, my youth. Yo, I just want to, big you up from Connecticut. My boy put me on you about 3 years up in New Hampshire. I did a little research. Your mom, I think, was in journalism.
Yeah, that's love.
So you come from a family of writers, yo. I appreciate it. I journal every night.
What?
And just want to, big you up, man. It's rejuvenating to hear somebody,
Yo,
bring
appreciate
life
it,
back
man.
into the art.
The best thing to do is tell more people, you feel me? Like, keep spreading that. Thank you.
Yeah, your mom took a second to get on board, too, right?
Yeah. My mom actually was, I just come from a super religious family, you know what I'm saying? And it's just secular music, and she couldn't get past the cursing and the weed, and we would argue about it. And eventually it just got to a point where I was just like, look, if that's all you hear, you're not hearing me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not finna talk about it no more until you really listen to it. And it was right after Martyrs came out, and maybe it was like 2 or 3 months after the conversation, and she hit me back just like, day one supporter now. Number one supporter.
Number one supporter. Yeah. Mom's with it. Yeah. You know, that sounds great, Mick Jenkins. You know, your mom's with it, you know. Who else? Carmen's with it. Everybody's with it, you know. Carlos. A lot of people are calling in. They all with it, you know. But all that don't make a difference when you enter the valley of the hyenas, Mick Jenkins. It really doesn't matter. You recorded a great album.
Appreciate that.
Get a thumbs up from me. But you are at Sway in the Morning, home of the MC.
SwaysUniverse, man.
The universe, baby, belongs to the world, and that's who tunes in. David Cisco brought some beats. Now, he's different, David Cisco is.
I'm different.
Oof.
I'm different.
David Cisco likes a challenge.
I love challenges.
Oof.
We got an organ in here? Isn't it? No?
We might need one. DJ Wonder's on the beats. Mick Jenkins. Beats by David Cisco. Sway in the Morning, Shade 4-5. Drop that first beat. It's different. Sway in the morning.
I've been in 4 countries in 5 days, that's 8 flights. 8 rights like 9 ways across 3 cultures. See vultures, I see people dying around me. My mind state is fuck. I'm just trying to.
That was going on. Like,
hold on.
Shit.
The papers raw, the blunts and no. No dibs on doobies, bout to get lit by my dolo. White grape, white, I was my first love. I can't go no more though. Moving through this water, let me show you how it's different, how I showboat. Lifted, reminiscing on them days when I would buy the pack to flip it. It's really different. It's really.
That shit sound bomb.
Just give me another one. Yeah.
No, I like that. Damn. Yo.
It's different. I was trying to do something different, but
you was skating through that. I like that.
Let's go.
You like that, David? Of course. Okay.
Yeah. For 30 talents, most niggas be off balance. Restore it with the writtens, my hand to be all callous in no time. Got up in this bitch, but just like parking, they won't validate my shit without a cosign. Can't play on both sides, he sleep with both eyes open. I be the token black guy in a room full of people screaming nigga with me. Now, am I wrong if that's sitting with me? And fuck it, I quote it. Why hate if they wrote it? Shit is feeling iffy. And all this water got me feeling misty. Be making mad noise. Tell them flamethrowers I be blastoids in your city. Dropping dope, I could've dealt the Whitney. Sparked epiphany, he spit epiphany. Swiftly, the aftermath is 50-50. How you dealing with me? You either healing or you killing. Know the weapons you wielding. No prosper, I be no doctor, nah. He much too sickly. You must believe it though, he must be Ripley. Shout the bows out how these buckets fitting. Homie, where your thinking cap at? Know what you seek, but I ain't preaching, a deacon of sorts. Hold your head, boy, they breaching your thoughts. Have your soul for a fucking Jesus piece in a Porsche. Couple years pouring up, send a piece to your corpse, we lost one. Just know that I could never get that jaded. If ever a bone to pick, no, I'll never be dislocated. I'm off one. Turn it with the sage for the good vibes. Better know you fucking with some good guys. But if you ever feel the drop sets from your hood at us, know that in a swift moment we could be good fellas. It's not a game. Drop flames like Mario off the flower. Cardio for an hour. These niggas ain't got no heart. I see 10 men, but stay with the A-mans, making better decisions like my wisdom teeth came in, game in. Learning if I put it in layman's terms, you worms couldn't fuck with an early bird at your best. Young Lazarus on the rise, I'm laying it down the rest. I've been in 4 countries in 5 days, that's 8 flights. I ate rice like 9 ways across 3 cultures. I see vultures, I see people dying around me. My mind state is fuck. Spent way too much money for cheap shit like prom dates, yet and still elongate. My pockets is lined with long faces and white tears. I'm light years ahead of the buzz, y'all toying with, cowboy and wit, making points I can't be much more poignant with. Shit. Learned a lot of lessons at the end of the burner of Nebuchadnezzar. You could toss me into the furnace, flip them the finger. Only ever did the sojourner, the sirens is ringing. Pull over your pigment, concern us, my pigment is blinging. Deep as the water, all you niggas ever seen was the surface, but wait till I surface. You might catch a scene of me surfing these waves, but I move with a purpose. Keep my faith and my patience because I'm moving with serpents. These niggas is thirsty, these bitches is thirsty, the industry lurking. The vibes in here perfect.
Don't applaud that. We're doing that a disservice with applause. Let that shit breathe right there, man.
For sure. I mean,
no, man, don't say nothing, man.
Yeah.
You said it all, man. Don't piss. Your interview was done a long time ago, man. Don't say nothing. I want people to think about that shit for a second. Mick Jenkins, give that man a round of applause.
Appreciate you having me, man. For real.
Did you imagine that over your beat?
Let's release it.
That was perfect.
Damn. That was dope, bro.
How long? Well, who you work with? You just release it on your own, who you work with?
We'll talk about all that.
Word.
No, it was
I
great. It's like a letter.
Heard, yeah.
It's like a long letter.
Yeah, it put me, and I really wouldn't even make the comparison if I didn't feel it, but you know, Exhibit C has been an example for a long time of what people should be doing, but you put a lot yo, I heard what you said. I don't know about anybody else. I heard what you said. That's going to go down as another one of them blueprints. Like,
For
seriously, release that as is. It's dope.
Thank you,
It's
Heather
dope.
B.
It's dope.
You notice Heather ain't said one thing the whole morning, right? and that's what she said.
Very
So you know
rare.
it's come. She like Michelle Obama. She come from the heart.
I just, I'm just, you got to take hats off when it's due. Hats off to you.
Appreciate
Hats
you.
off.
Thank you.
We're good. We're good. We ain't got to do another verse. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Yeah, man. I want them to live with this for a
We
minute.
watched him put it together.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing that we can't wait for everybody to see this on SwaysUniverse. We watched you put that shit together. Yeah, that was crazy.
Thank you.
Mick Jenkins, man. Shit.
Chosen.
Damn. I'm not even gonna talk to them black rappers. I ain't even gonna say nothing to
Don't
them.
put them in the same space.
Yeah.
I
Mick
never
Jenkins,
heard
let
Never
me tell you.
Educated.
Yeah, don't stay.
You never heard what?
Never. Like, he quoted some scripture
From
and
Sojourner-
made an analogy
Sojourner
that
Truth,
I
I
ain't
didn't
never
know.
even heard in the bar before. Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, man. Your mama did you right.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Appreciate
The
it.
Healing Component is the name of the project. Make sure you pick it up. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
You will enjoy this. You will enjoy listening to it. Put it in your headphones and chill out. You know, put it in your room, however you listen to music. I don't know if you're jogging or whatever you do to listen to it. Listen to it from point A to point Z. You know, from A to Z, the entire project. You got to come back up on this show, man.
I'll definitely
You all right?
be back, man.
Absolutely,
For sure.
man. And
sure.
how can people reach you on social?
Mick Jenkins, MICKJENKINS, across everything. Hit me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
Dope.
David Cisco, give him a round of applause, man.
One
Thank you
last
for-
shout out.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
One of the reasons why I'm here is Mass Appeal did a really nice article on the mixtape. I just want to thank them for that, okay?
Oh, dope.
Thank you.
All right. And they can pick that up now?
Absolutely.
Tell them the name of the mixtape.
Mixtape is At a Slight Angle to the Universe. Go to Mass Appeal, look me up, and listen from there. It's great. Thank you.
I hope y'all enjoyed your time here this morning. You
Man,
know.
this is a
That's
dream
great.
come true, man.
Oh, man, it's a dream come true. Every time when people who are dedicated to their art and talent and they give us these gifts, the Healing Component is such a great title to me because I believe that these type of creative processes heal people. You're healing me when I can listen to, like, Heather, we all sat there and listened. I got, energy listening to your skill level. And that energy is positive energy, so that's stimulating shit in my body and in my mind. So when I go off to Cleveland, I'm going to be in a great mood. Which I need to be in.
Y'all hear that, man? Y'all hear that? That's what it'll do for you.
Yeah, the Healing Component. Music heals. It all, what happens if you have a dark time in your life and maybe somebody passes away or something, you turn on a nice song, some music, and make you get through it, and help you get through it. That's healing.
Yeah.
It make you feel better. That's what medicine is designed to do, help you feel better. So, great title for your project. It works.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Tell your mother we said hello.
It will do.
Sandflower, thank you for coming through.
Thank you so much for having me.
Congratulations on your trajectory. Can't wait to hear more of your music. Guy Fieri is coming up. Zab Judah is going to be here too. Sway in the morning.
Fieri gonna rap?
He might. Yeah, we want him to. You want to get a collabo?
Fieri with the fire.
Yeah. You got it. All right, Sway in the morning. Shade 4-5. Let's turn that up, OQ.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.
Kilo.
I get 200 downloads. You know what I'm saying? That's
Oh, okay.
nothing. You know, but it just made me feel like, all right, well, I got to do something better. All right, well, I got to do something better. All right. I ended up having 5 projects before Trees and Truths. You know what I'm saying? So I took them off once Trees and Truths came out, as I noticed that people were really starting to get hip. But yeah, like you said, it was just resilience. It was like, all right, well, back to the drawing board.
Yeah. So can you give us like a mini tour of your evolution? Like what's the difference from when you first came out with the music between now and this latest chapter in your life?
Well, I really wasn't talking about anything when I first came out. And I mean, I've always been true to who I was, but I was not doing anything either. You know what I'm saying? I was in college fucking around, not really worried about school. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be this guy that I was trying to be. And that's what I was rapping about. You know what I'm saying? Something happened in my life that caused me to really, really look at what the fuck I was doing. And I wasn't doing anything. So I went back home and like tried to get my life together. And that's when the music changed. Because, you know, like I said, I was always talking about who I was and what I was doing. And I just started getting a lot of realities of the world, you know, in my face all at one time. And I just went through a lot of learning, a lot of lessons. 6 years.
5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's not an overnight success.
At all.
You know, how'd you get started?
I always was writing. You know what I'm saying? I was doing poetry from a young, early age and started rapping in college. It was around the time that Dre Beats headphones came out.
Okay.
And it was like the prize for winning this rap competition. So that was my focus. You know what I'm saying? When I started rapping, getting some headphones.
Yeah.
And it just very, very naturally spiraled into what it is right now. You know, mixtape after mixtape with no response from more than 200 people who just kept me working more and more till something caught on. Yeah.
More than 200 people.
Did you win the headphones?
Nope.
Come on, man.
Hell no.
What happened? Who beat you?
You know, I be rapping. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? He had more of the crowd on his side, so
That lean music.
that's what happened.
Yeah, it had that lean music.
Lean music.
But it's crazy how
Nah, he had some bars though,
Yeah,
but
bars,
man, I got bars. You
Yeah,
feel me?
right,
So,
right.
but nah, he definitely had more of the crowd, and I think that's what ended up doing it.
But besides bars, you obviously have resilience because that didn't phase you losing that. And then you said not getting a response from 200 people you emailed.
No.
or sent.
Like I would drop a project,
Yeah.
and you know, throughout that period of coming home and being like, boom, you on your own. You're by yourself now. Now what you gonna do? You know, navigate in that world. Really, really grinding. Like, I mean, I was trying to hustle money to go out and do whatever I had to do for the day at the beginning of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't even move around unless I, you know, made some money first. You feel me? So ended up getting a job, a pretty decent job, copywriting.
Copywriting?
For a marketing firm in the West Loop of Chicago. That shit was going really well. Got a raise. You know what I'm saying? They was talking about putting me on payroll. It was lit. And I went back to school. Like not to school, but to the city to fuck with my niggas. Ended up getting arrested and did like 34 days for possession. Lost that job. And then came back to Chicago after that. And it was like, well, I know I could do the corporate thing. Like, let me try the music. You know what I'm saying? And 2.5 years later.
Here we are.
Yeah. So that shit was tough. You know, it was definitely a road. But like I said, everything kind of progressed really naturally. There wasn't like any like big jumps in between any of these things. You know what I'm saying? It was like lessons learned and
for a long time because you're gonna be squitching up your face when you hear his bars, and that's good for exercising your facial muscles.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to do that from the time to time. I'm really excited to have him here because listening to his project, I'm always impressed by people who I really, you know, I say this, and it doesn't matter if you're a rapper, singer, musician. You know, I really enjoy Solange Knowles' project.
Sit at the table.
Because I can listen to that project and hear the effort that she put into every moment of that project, even if that moment didn't require heavy lifting. I think she thought about it. You know what I mean? She put her love and care into it. When you listen to this man's project, the healing component, as far as MCs go, and musically, I can tell that they really sat down and thought this out. And he probably got a great team around him that said, nah, man, scrap those bars. You got to do something different. or he either did it to himself. Because from beginning to end, I really enjoyed this project. Welcome to the show, the one and only Mick Jenkins, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah,
Thank
man.
you for having me, man. For real.
It's been a long time for you, man.
Yeah.
How long it's been now?
About 5, 6.
This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning. In the morning.
Shake that fire.
Wake your fuck ass up.
Cross touches.
Producer. Make me a producer.
It's time for our Friday Fire Cypher.
It's Friday.
On Sway in the morning.
All right, that was David Cisco. Who are some of those artists that were featured in that mini mix?
It's hard to select, but those 4 artists in a row that you heard were Sandflower, Wavy Nights, Ninja Sonic doing Ninja fucking Sonic, Prince Terrence, the DJ, and amazing musician doing All Night, and then Sour Life from Crown Heights doing Keep It Burning.
Okay, that was nice. You like that? You like that, HB?
Not bad, right?
Like that? Hey, David, I want to introduce you to a true lyricist right here.
Please.
A true MC.
How you doing? Nice to
An MC's MC. You know, legacy is sealed. You know, if you know about that Free Nation, you know the residue they leave, impact they make.
Great intro.
Yes. This ain't for those who pretending to be MCs. This is for those who were born as MCs. The Healing Component is the name of his new project. He's one of those dudes that make your face, he'll make you look young.